So now we will prove that n lambda equals to x d by capital D. Okay, so just look at here. This is a double slit A and slit B. The difference between slit A and slit B is D. Okay, and this is the midpoint, so obviously this one is d by 2 and this one is also d by 2. Here we take monochromatic light source. Okay, because if we take monochromatic light source which generate one type of light only. Okay, that means only red light or only blue light, like this. If we take white light source, then we know that white light is a mixture of 7 colors. That means in white light 7 number of different lights are present, right? So in that case the fringes are not sharp and lightly and slightly faint. So that's why we should take for a sharp bright fringe we should take monochromatic light source. So this is D. D is the distance between these two slit, and capital D is the distance between slit and screen. This is the screen. Okay, so if we take a monochromatic light source, then we can observe so many fringes on this screen. At center we observe mostly bright fringe, and then after this bright fringe we observe dark fringe, then bright, then dark, then bright, like this. Okay, so just look at here. Here I am taking a point P which is at distance x from the center. Okay, now here we will find that at point A what type of interference or what type of fringe we can get. Like at a point, that means we can also say that what is the condition to get bright fringe at point A. Okay, so now just look at here. Light rays from A point, this is the light rays which is coming from A point, and this is the light rays which is coming from B point. Okay, here suppose this distance is L1 and this distance is L2. That means the light coming from A point should travel L1 distance to reach at A point, and the light coming from B point should cover or travel L2 distance to reach at A point. Okay, so what is the path difference between these two lights? That means the path difference between these two lights which are coming from A and B point is L2 minus L1, right? Now first I am going to find what is the value of L2 square. So this is L2, right? BA equals to L2. Sorry, this is E point. This is E point and this is B point, and here I am considering this one is A point. So if we take ABC triangle, then this is a right angle triangle, right? And what about BC? Just look at here, BC equals to D. So in this right angle triangle, this is hypotenuse, this is base, and this is height, right? So if this is, suppose this point is P point. Suppose this, here I am assuming that this point is P point. So what is this distance? That means PC equals to D by 2, right? Because if this is D, then this part is D by 2. So that means L square, L2 square equals to D square plus x plus d by 2 whole square, that means base square plus perpendicular square. So here I am writing here, this is. Now from this right angle triangle, this one, AED, from AED right angle triangle, this is perpendicular, this is base and this is hypotenuse. So L1 square equals to base square, that means D, this is also D. And what about this AD? AD equals to, just look at here, this is, that means AP equals to X and DP equals to again D by 2. DP equals to again D by 2. That means AD equals to X minus D by 2. Okay. So L1 square equals to D square plus X minus D by 2 whole square. Now L2 square minus L1 square equals to, this is minus this one. Then finally we will get, after solving this, we will get 2x into d. Just look at here, d square cancel. This is a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square, and we know a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square equals to a plus b into a minus b. Then we will get 2x into d. Now L square, L2 square minus L1 square equals to L2 minus L1 into L2 plus L1. That means equals to 2 into x into d. That means L2 minus L1 equals to 2xd by L2 plus L1, right? And this is the path difference between these two light. So in lambda, what is in lambda? Here if we want to get bright fringe at point A, that means at point A, if the interference at point A is constructive, then we can get bright fringe at point A, right? So for constructive constructive interference, or we can say for bright fringe, the path difference between these two lights should be n lambda. That means lambda or 2 lambda or 3 lambda. We already discussed about that. What is the path difference for constructive interference? Lambda, 2 lambda, like this, right? So if the path difference between these two rays is in lambda, then we will get constructive interference, or we can say bright fringe. So in lambda equals to 2xd by L1 plus L2. Just look at here, this d, that means distance between two slit is less than capital D. Just look at this picture. And x is also very small compared to distance between slit and screen. Okay, so due to this assumption, d less than d and x is very small, that means we can assume that L1 almost near equals to L2, which is almost near equals to capital D. So in lambda equals to 2xd by 2d. Just look at this, if this one is d and this one is also d, that means L1 plus L2 equals to, we can write 2d. That means in lambda equals to, we will get xd by capital D. What is n? N is the n represent number of bright fringe. Here n represent number of bright fringe, or we can say n means nth bright fringe, and x is the distance of nth bright fringe from central bright fringe. This is the central bright fringe and this is the nth bright fringe, right? And x is the distance between nth bright fringe from central bright fringe. Lambda is the wavelength of this light which is coming from monochromatic light source, and d is the distance between screen and slit, and small d is the distance between two slit. here I am considering xn. Here I am considering x equals to xn because xn represent distance of nth bright fringe from central bright fringe. That's why I am taking not x, xn. Okay, so this is the relation between nth bright fringe and all this n, lambda, x and d and capital D. Now I am going to find fringed width. That means fringed width means, suppose this is a screen. Suppose this is a screen and this is the central bright fringe. This portion is central bright fringe, then dark fringe, then again bright fringe, then again dark fringe, then again bright fringe. So that means fringe width means distance between two consecutive bright fringe or two consecutive dark fringe. Okay, so that means this is dark, this is dark, this is dark, this is dark, like this. So if we find out distance between two consecutive dark fringe, then we can find out the fringe width of central fringe, right? Like this. So here we assume that fringe width is beta because beta is indicate fringe width. So beta equals to difference between two consecutive bright fringe or two dark fringe. So now beta equals to what? Beta equals to xn plus 1 minus xn. Here xn plus 1, here xn indicate distance of nth bright fringe from central bright fringe. Okay, and xn plus 1 indicate distance of n plus 1th bright fringe from the central bright fringe. That means like this, if this is a central bright fringe and suppose this is the nth bright fringe and suppose this is the n plus 1th bright fringe, that means this is xn, that means distance of nth bright fringe from center, and this is xn plus 1, right? That means n plus 1th bright fringe from center. So if we subtract xn plus 1, but if we subtract xn from xn plus 1, then we will get this portion, and this portion indicate width of bright fringe. Just look at here, this is the width of dark fringe, right? So we will get width of fringe. So just xn plus 1 minus xn. So xn plus 1 equals to what? Just look at this. We know xn equals to n lambda d by d, right? So xn plus 1 equals to what? N plus 1 into lambda d by d, because this is indicate n plus 1th bright fringe and n represent number of bright fringe. So in this case this is n plus 1th bright fringe, right? So xn plus 1 equals to n plus 1 lambda into d by d. So now beta equals to n plus 1 into lambda d by d minus n lambda d by d. If we solve this equation, then we will get lambda d by d. So this is the fringe width. Okay. Now I will discuss about diffraction phenomena of light. This phenomena of bending of wave around the corners of an obstacle or aperture is called diffraction of a wave. In this chapter, we will discuss about diffraction of light. Okay, so for diffraction of light, we need more than two sources. For interference of light, we need only two sources, but for diffraction, we need more than two sources. Okay. So the process of diffraction can be explained by using Huygens principle. Just look at here. This is a single slit. Okay. Just look at here. So if we take a single slit, just look at here, in this gap, all the points behaves like a wave source, and each and every point between this gap generate a new wave, right? And all the wave interfere to each other, and this is the screen, and we can observe like this pattern. This is central bright fringe, central bright fringe. This is first bright fringe, this is second bright fringe, like this. This is first bright fringe, this is second light fringe, like this. Okay, and these are the dark fringes, this one, this one, this one, this one. Just look at here, intensity decreases along the side, right? The intensity of bright fringe decreases along both sides. That means intensity of bright fringe is maximum. Intensity of central bright fringe is maximum. All points of wavefront, just look at here, this is the wavefront, and that means all points of wavefront behaves like a wave source. That means all these points are generate new wavelet, right? That means secondary wavelet, and this secondary wavelet moving forward direction, and they are interact to each other, and then we will observe diffraction phenomena. Okay, just look at here, the extent of bending depends upon the value of wavelength compared to the size of the pairing. If the opening is much larger than the wavelength, then the bending will be almost unnoticeable. But if the opening is smaller than or almost equal to wavelength of the wave, then the bending will be high. Since audible sound waves have large wavelength in the order to 1 cm or 10 cm, the sound waves undergo high diffraction.